guys, so I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I was prepping for a consignment sale that's coming up in my area. Sorry about the mess in the background. Like, I'm clearly in the midst of tagging all my items and stuff, and I thought that I would do a little consignment sale prep and like tips and tricks today in this video. I know a lot of my friends, like my personal friends and my friends on Facebook and stuff around my area, love to go to this sale, and I know that a lot of them don't sell at this sale, so I just kind of wanted to throw in like some of the tips and tricks that I have for selling. So if some of you guys are selling for the first time, or if you want to sell at the next sale, or if you just don't really see a benefit in selling, I wanted to throw in some of those benefits that I have found. First benefit is you get to come in early to the pre-sale if you sell over 10 items. So that is one little perk that is awesome. You get to come in before the general public does and go through all of the things. It's really important to get there as soon as possible for these type of sales because everything gets picked over and all the good deals get taken right away. If you guys are interested in consigning, all you have to do is go to the Mom to Mom consignment website, click on the location that you are going to be selling at, and then the prompts will literally talk you through. That is where you're going to print off your tags, go through your inventory, sort everything out, sign up for a drop-off appointment, sign up for a pickup appointment. You can also sign up to volunteer. This is my third or fourth sale that I'm actually selling at. This is my 9th or 10th sale that I've actually been to and I have bought at. So I think it's a great sale and I think that you guys will really enjoy it. But with all that said, let's get into my tips and tricks first. First thing is you're going to need some materials. The materials you are going to need are kids hangers, safety pins, or some zip ties. Sometimes zip ties are really easy to use. If your safety pins are littler, you can zip tie the zip tie to the hanger and then safety pin to the zip tie. That is a really good trick that I have learned. Also, you're going to need some packing tape or tape of some sort, some cardstock, a printer, and that's pretty much it. But I also like to use a piece of string and just some leftover cardstock to put all of the items of the same size together. This makes it a lot easier when you're dropping off and putting up your items. This year they are doing contact-free drop-off for the first time, which I don't know how that is going to go, but we are going to try it out. So I just have all my items labeled and stuff. This is what I do for mine when I sell, so I just figured this would be easier for them to put stuff away where they go. I just tie all the same items together so it makes it easier to hang them up. So my first tip is to lay out everything that you are planning to sell, sort through it by girl and boy, and then sort through it by size. Then after you get everything sorted through by size, you're going to want to make sure you separate them by tops, bottoms, jackets, everything else. This is really key in order to make your pricing pretty cohesive throughout your sale, because it's kind of difficult when you have a dress and then you go to pants and then you go to a shirt and then you come back to another dress and you're like, well, what did I price the last dress at? Should I price it more? Should I price it less? It just makes it a lot easier if you have all same items, and that way you can debate what the pricing should be for each individual item. My next tip is to keep everything in order. So after you have went through and put all of your stuff into a pile of what size, what gender, what item, leave it there. You want to have a space big enough. I use my living room where you can lay everything out and then just leave it there throughout the whole entire process. After I sort everything out, what I do first is go through and put everything on the hangers. So you can now decide what you want to group together. If you wanted to group a set, like a shirt and shorts, if you want to group a few shirts together, whatever you want to do, go ahead and put everything on your hangers. My biggest hanging tip is to make sure you attach however you're going to everything to the hanger. So like I said, I have my little tag here that this doesn't stay on for the sale. This is just to hang it up. I attach through the shirt to the hanger. Shirts like this, usually I just do one. Pants like this, how I hang them up is just one through the waistband on each side. It's really good to go through the seam. That way your little holes aren't very visible for the person that is buying this item. Pricing and tagging. You want to make sure you're very careful at this point to leave everything in order, because your tags are going to print off in order, and unless you want to go through your whole entire pile of clothes looking through 200 items, what is the pink polka dotted dress, you want to make sure you keep everything in order. Also on the app, you can pick out the size and the gender, so then you can just go through and that will stay the same, and it'll only change it when you change it. So that way for each size you don't have to change the size every time. You can just go through, label everything, price everything, then switch to the next size, change the size, and then go through and price everything like that. When you print off your tags, I definitely recommend using a rotary cutter. Derek actually cut out all the tags for me and that helped a ton, but this will save you a ton of time. I got mine from Walmart, I think for like $10 or something. I use it for sewing and it's definitely coming in handy. So after you get all your tags cut out, you want to make sure you keep them in order as well. They have a little number on them and you can make sure you are cutting them out in order. And then I go to my first pile of clothes and then I take the one off the top and just keep going like this, taking them off the top till I get to the bottom. You could also just take your pile, flip it over, and then start from the bottom like that. Whatever suits you. You want to make sure you are then tagging the right item. So for pricing, when you are making your tags, you want to make sure your pricing stays pretty consistent. Like I said, I usually typically price my items to sell. A lot of people are there to get a bargain. They do not want to buy a shirt for $8. You know, you want to make sure you're pricing it to sell. Also look at the condition. If it's not in the best condition, you might want to discount it a little bit. If it's in great condition and it's a name brand, you might want to have that item be like a $5 item that you think that you can get some money out of. This is a little jean jacket from Old Navy. I'm pretty sure I probably paid like $25 for this. I priced it at $5. I think that it is great to price items like this that are very versatile and they can use for different things and it's in great condition. I think that that is where you should price your higher items at. If you go to the consignment sale in my area, you kind of know that like there'll be like 5 jean jackets right in a row. So I think that mine will do really well. You want to know what the pricing is at the sale that you're selling at so you can price your items accordingly and make sure that yours is the best deal. Also for pricing, I definitely price smaller sized items at less price because there's usually more of those, like newborn size, 3 to 6 months, 9 months, things like that. I definitely price less, and then my bigger items I kind of price more. That's just kind of how it typically goes. You want to usually price your items at 20 to 25% of retail value. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're pricing things, but also you want to price them to sell. So I definitely have some $1 items in here, and all of my items I reduce. So what that means is on the last day of the sale, it is 50% off day, and you get the chance to get every single item at 50% off that has reduced on the tag. And I just reduce all of my items. As you can see right here, it says reduce. I put that on every single one of my items because if it hasn't sold, I don't care to bring it back home. So I want them to be reduced so then that way other people can decide if they want to buy them or not. I definitely recommend pricing your items low enough that they will sell before they are reduced. If I'm debating like, oh, okay, should I price this item at $3 or $4? I was thinking to myself, what would I pay for it and what would the price have to be where I was like, I'll wait till 50% off day so I can come back and try to snag it then. So I would definitely go with the lower price, and then that way you'll probably sell it first and then not have to wait until the 50% off day for it to sell, and then you're gonna get less for your item anyway. So out of everything that I had that I'm going to sell, I have I think $520-ish in my inventory. Out of all that, I'll probably make about $100, and I am completely fine with that. What I tried to do is break even, so I probably won't break even with this sale. I definitely got rid of so many, like probably double this that I have. So many kids clothes in quarantine. I just gave them away and I sold them for way cheaper than I usually do at the sale, and I just wanted to get rid of them. I just wanted them out of my house, and then the sale was up in the air. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not, so I just wanted to go ahead and get rid of them. And so I would usually have like about $1,000 to sell, but you know, it's fun. At $500 out of that, you get 65% of what you are selling for if you don't volunteer. If you volunteer and things like that, you get points, which add up to more percentages that you get for your items, but I just don't have the time to volunteer. Sale, I just have so much going on, so I'm just fine with selling them. Usually I try to break even, like I said, but sometimes that does happen because I have definitely been buying less clothes for my kids and less items for my kids as time goes on, so I definitely am able to buy less, sell more, and buy less, because I realize that we do not need that much stuff in our life. We need less. So eventually I will definitely not be able to break even anymore, because I will be selling far less than I'm used to selling right now, because right now I'm still in like the Alicia 4T. That's mainly what I'm selling. Literally probably 50% of what I'm selling is just Alicia's 4T clothes, and that is like, this is a stack, and then there's another stack behind the couch. I'm just gonna pick up some clothes for the kids at the consignment sale, and I'm super excited for that because they are growing out of a lot of stuff and I want to pick up a few items for them. I will definitely show you guys a haul of what I get at the consignment sale as well. And then when I am packing everything up, I also just put them into totes. I separate them by gender, so I'm going to put all of Alicia's in a tote back there. You can see it right there in the back. I put all of Alicia's in a tote and all of Clayton's in a separate tote, and then I'm just going to take them, and now we're doing contact-free drop-offs. So basically they're just going to open my car, take the items, go sort through the items, hang them up, make sure everything is good. You want to make sure your items don't have any stains or holes, because they will bring those back to you and say, sorry, we can't sell them. And then they just bring your totes back and all your items that they couldn't sell back to you, and then you drive away and it's done. So that seems pretty easy, and I'm excited for that. Sorry that I made you guys sit and suffer through me and my lisp with my Invisalign. I promise I will be doing an Invisalign video for you guys really soon. As you guys know, some of you know, some of you don't, I'm a dental hygienist, so I have a lot to say about it, kind of. So I will definitely be doing another video about that really soon. I think that's all for this video. If you guys have any questions or want any more tips on selling for consignment sale, or if you guys want for the fall sale me to dive in a little deeper and do the whole declutter process, I'm so excited to get all this stuff out of my life, but I love to declutter. And if you guys want to go through that whole process with me, and the whole tagging process and the whole hanging stuff up process, and you want like a little video montage of me doing all that, just let me know. And if you guys have any questions about selling, I will definitely listen, and I am here for you. Also, a really good tip that I have is to get a tagging gun. That works so well. My sister-in-law actually has one, and I usually steal it for the sales, but I was not around her this year, so I just didn't have the time. But I will definitely probably be getting one of those for the next sale, so stay tuned for all of that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.